All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mawar coming to you again, out in the highway and the byway, bringing out the gospel of truth, to edify the hopefully lack of Yasharala, Israel, so-called blacks and Americans and Latinos. The sea line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 1 or 2/3 of our people, that the end of Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man's kingdom is near. It's always a pleasure to let Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, that passive-aggressive sodomite, that oppressed the children of Israel, know that the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, is going to destroy your wicked kingdom. But before we get started, let's turn to East, give all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakakadash. Double honors to teachers, others, and the parts of great most strong likewise, brothers, putting on the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and be brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. As always, you get a passive-aggressive society where these people are driving around in their metal coffin. Of course, understanding what's taking place across this earth, nor do they care. Okay, because it's simple, like to have the air open to every stupid word that comes out of this doggone sodomite's mouth. And I'm talking, when I say sodomites, okay, I'm talking with these doggone kikes and this fucking doggone child right here. These doggone same people are going to be the one, okay, that's going to put all you damn people to death. There it is right there. World War III is coming right here for all you damn motherfuckers out here. All you people out here. All right? So, I'm out here in El Paso, of course, a lot of proud Hispanics, Latinos out here. They assume that those internment camps that they're building, which are some of the biggest mega camps, okay, internment camps, okay, here in Great Babylon, America, holding, up to 10,000 jakes inside of it, okay, or dissidents inside of it. They driving around believing that some way, somehow, they're going to escape from it. It doesn't pertain to them. They have Corvettes, they have Lamborghinis, they have big trucks, they have a house, they have it all going for them. No boys, but if you think about it, there you are in a town that's 90% doggone Hispanic and Latinos in the target. Okay, it's the so-called Latinos and Hispanics. So you don't really believe that the doggone so-called white man is not going to target El Paso, you dumb doggone Hebrew Israelites? All right, let's go into the first scripture here because, okay, we're in that time right now, okay? And we're going to talk about Iran, what's taking place with that because, okay, that attack that, Nero Trump did, that's actually a good thing, okay? It's kicking things off, okay? Because it's starting to become really, really tough to kind of get lessons out there. It's the same doggone thing over and over and over where this man is kicking the can down the street, okay? So that's a good thing there, that, they're going to get things kick off right now. You're going to see gas price goes up, food price is going to go up. He already put that doggone tariff all across the globe, okay? And we're going to start to see a little bit more hell being caught by these people, okay? This is 2nd Ezra 9, verse 1, it reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in yourself, and when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, who are every called God and Jesus is already visiting this place. Now, people think that it's just the same thing as always. America, Great Babylon, America is going to just attack, one of these sovereign countries over there like Iran, which, they had on their list of axis of evil nations. Okay, remember that back in 2001 when they were going to attack, 7 nations, including Iran and North Korea. So right now, you're already seeing that they've already gone and basically attacked Slovakia, Venezuela, okay, and now they pull the trigger on Iran. Now, we know it's not going to be World War III right away, and World War III is actually a slow process. Keep in mind, when you go in the history of how World War I and II started, it started with assassination. They basically assassinated, according to them, I don't believe it, shoot a body, okay, the Ayatollah, okay? And, obviously that if that's true, it's going to create a reaction from Iran. Obviously, we know that China and Russia is going to get in the mix of it soon. But we know Israel, the state of Israel, okay, they're going to draw this doggone, this Babylonian empire into the mix of things. Okay, here it is. What does it say in the scripture? I just want to get those guys to go by. Let's talk about the fact that this nation, small, capable of nuclear capability, but is going to draw, okay, Great Babylon America into World War III, okay, which basically right now has already started. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, they shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the day that were 40, even from the beginning. Okay, so the Lord already spoke these things into existence. Okay, these things are happening right now, right on track. Okay, you get the uproar. The people supposed to be, they show this video with these Iranians, cheering because I told her was supposed to be put in the spirit world, which I don't believe. Okay, this is supposed to be some type of regime change. I don't believe that video is authentic. This guy, they used a video of Jake Stem making threats to DHS, which it was a completely different video that these Jakes were dealing with. Okay, it was a different kind of protest. Okay, but their media put it out there as if Jake Stem was threatening DHS so that they can have a reason, okay, to go after Jakes. Okay, and they're using Jake teenagers, man. So that just shows you how much of a coward this doggone punk ass cracker is, man. All right, that he's gonna be using teenagers. Okay, so here it is. They're using this propaganda video as if what they're doing, okay, is helping those people out. We know damn well the so-called white man, everywhere he goes, is doggone death. Everywhere Esau or the devil goes, is death. This is that red horse in Revelation that rise and take peace from the earth. He's not over there to liberate you doggone Iranians, okay? It's just the same way when they did, Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Go take a look at those places right now. They put whatever wicked puppet doggone Edomite government in place that looks like the people them, okay, so that they could siphon out the resources from that place there. This man is not doing anything for the benefit of anybody. So that video that they put out showing them cheering because some missiles drop, and right now when those missiles are dropping in Iran and they're hitting those targets, and they have to close down, okay, that strait in which they use to export their oil, which is what brings in which is what keeps their economy afloat. Now the economy is going to get hurt. How are you liberating people at the same time you're going to cause them to starve? No different from this stupid red hair friggin' doggone PDO fucking doggone cracker that's in the White House right now, sitting down talking about make America great again. How are you making America great again if everything is more expensive? The people can't pay their rent. You got people losing their homes to foreclosure and homelessness. They're homeless, they're jobless. Oh, but they have to endure that for a while. You people just don't get it, do you? You people just don't get it. This is the end of this man's kingdom. This is the end of the so-called white man wicked rulership. But he does have a couple things that he needs to get done first, okay? As he devastate the economy, as the monetary system collapsing, they have to bring in this global, universal basic income, okay? People start going crazy, okay? We know in 2 Esdras, 2nd Esdras 16, it talks about that, and in fact, I'm going to go into that, okay? About seditions amongst men, people not regarding their kings or authority, okay? They brought it out the other day, actually a couple of weeks ago, that 35% of DHS, okay, Department of Homeland Security agents that are out there beating Jakes them down, going into these cities, grabbing Jakes them, beating them down, putting them in these internment camps are in fact Latinos and Hispanic. So you get our people that are wearing that monkey suit that is going around and oppressing their own people. And some way, somehow, they think that they're doing their job because they're serving, okay, a wicked ass doggone regime. Yeah, this place is a regime. In fact, I'm going to do a lesson that there needs to be a regime change, and your house is going to make that change. Okay? You see me how this man goes around and bomb up places, okay? Destroy lives, destroy kingdoms. Your house is going to come and do the exact same thing to his ass. And that's going to be the doggone New World Order, and that's going to be the doggone regime change, the true regime change on this earth. And I got a lesson I want to do on that, God willing, tomorrow. So here we are, Jake. You don't have that much time, okay, that you think. And you get these jakes that they more focus on coming up against the prophets, making retarded ass videos with no basis or precepts behind it. And you women, you need to shut your motherfucking mouth up, okay? I can't wait until shit hit the fan and you women are humbled through friggin' doggone grape, okay, beat downs and going into the spirit world and the animals ripping your monkey ass to pieces, man. So fucking out of order. Alright? Shut the fuck up. Don't usurp authority over men. And you're not supposed to be teaching men. And you men that are actually listening to these doggone women, man, shame on your dumb, weak, pathetic, sorry ass, man. We're gods. Okay? These people are scared. These people out here are doggone scared. They're scared of their own doggone figure. When they bring this out, this MOTB out here, this isn't going to be something that you're just going to casually walk to and accept. Okay? This is going to come with a lot of sorrow, devastation, death. You people just think that you're just going to just waltz in, stretch out your arms, and it's just going to be. So, see that? You got the bitch there. She just walked out the gym, practically wearing her panties. She had a window a little screwed up, but she ain't the word coming out, so she screws the window up. But it's going to be the same type of doggone women like that are going to be expecting a man of the Lord to accept them, okay, to protect them, to feed them. Okay, when they get chased down by all these rapists and all these doggone killers out there, and we're not. All right, let's go into the book of Jeremiah 50. This is the book of Jeremiah 50, and starting with verse. Let's go into Jeremiah 50. Actually, let's go into Jeremiah 50, and starting with. Verse 29, it says, "Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done. Do unto her, for she being proud against the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, against the Holy One of Israel." So basically, bottom line is simply this, okay? Just like how Great Babylon America go around, okay, surrounding these nations, okay, putting embargoes on them, and you look out there right now and how Esau's got it going on right now. He's got these ships, he's got aircraft carriers out there, and basically he's got this country surrounded, okay? No escape route, okay, and their thing is they like to intimidate. Well, that's going to happen to Great Babylon America too. This place is going to get surrounded. This place is going to get invaded. You people are going to find foreign troops in these streets real soon, okay? You people, okay, are going to know what it's like when there's no food coming into the land, okay? When there's no export going out. When your streets, okay, are filled with dead bodies, rotting. You can't even go out there and walk because you're hearing gunfire, gunshots, a sword in everybody's hand. As everybody's looking at somebody else as a target, okay? As their meal ticket, basically. In fact, they're going to be looking at each other, people are going to be looking at you as a doggone meal. You and your stinking little kids, okay? Because you get these doggone Gen X, doggone little snot bags, okay, or Gen Z, I should say, absolutely useless. Absolutely doggone useless. You men don't be men in your doggone house. You men are not men in your houses. You men are not men in your houses. Okay? You men are passive aggressive. You have your woman walk all over you. Your kids walk all over you. Your kids are friggin' out of order. Your pets are out of order. Okay? And you're out of order. And that's going to work against you doggone men. Alright? It says, "Therefore shall a young man fall in the streets, and her man of war should be cut off in that day, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee." So that day is here right now. The Lord is actually visiting this place. Contrary to what people believe, the Lord is actually visiting this doggone place. Hey, Salakia, yeah, I got to fix something. So the Lord is already visiting this place. Okay? This place is going to be devastated. And that's a good doggone thing, because out with the old, okay, what does it say? Esau is the end of the world. This is Esau's world. So there is an end of a world. It's the end of Esau's world, okay? And looking at it right now, what's left of it, or how it is going right now, don't you, Jake's desire, don't y'all desire for the end of this shit? Huh? They can tax you to doggone debt, okay, on every doggone thing. So last week, gas was doggone about what, $2.15. Now, out here, which is one of the cheaper places, it's $2.89. Just like that, in a week. Do you get pay raise like that? Is your pay raise like that? No, it's not raised like that. So, you see how it goes, like that says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in the cities, and it shall devour all around him, or all around him. Why is it going to devour all around him? Okay, first of all, you people are going to destroy your own place. You people are going to destroy your own place. You people think that you're civilized. You're not civilized, man. You people aren't civilized. You people are doggone animals, man. Okay, you doggone, especially you Babylonians, you're animals. And the world is going to watch, okay, and watch a horror show take place here in Great Babylon, America, okay, as you doggone, uncivilized, undisciplined, okay, wicked, corrupt, evil, doggone Babylonians, you Americans, as you turn around into what you really are, which is animals. As y'all turn around and kill each other, you are going to kill each other in this place. Mark, the scripture says it. Okay, you people are going to kill each other. All right, let's go into what I really wanted to open up with. Let's go into the book of Luke, Psalm verse 25. It reads, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and waves roaring. Hey, these nations are roaring right now. Why are they roaring? Imagine you're a sovereign nation and you can't even make your own laws in your nation without these Amalekites, okay, getting into your business. Without Great Babylon, America, okay, that red horse, Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, getting into your business. Imagine that. You're a king in your nation, but you can't make your own laws. You cannot rule over your people because somebody like the white man has to come in and tell you what to do. And if you don't do it the way he said do it, he's going to bomb your cities and kill your kids. He's going to kill your women. He's going to kill your sons and your daughter. Okay? All what they call democracy. And it's absolute wickedness. All right? See, the man of the Lord, we speak boldly, and you people are offended by it because you know why? You love your oppressor. You men are weak. I have no respect for none of you men. Absolutely none of you. Okay? And I don't think y'all understand when we say we cannot wait until the Lord seal the elect, the Lord willing, we're part of those elect. And he start bringing a judgment to where y'all are running to and fro, looking for the men of the Lord who y'all mock, who y'all ignore the counsel. Okay? Who y'all ignore the order to return to the Lord Yahweh Shemashah and repent. I had a comment on one of the videos I put out a couple of days ago, and I did a response video to it concerning not building here in Great Babylon, America. Why are you going to go build? Why are you going to go run a business and stress yourself out by trying to run a business and get wealthy here? There's no wealth for Jakes here. Do you all understand what Jacob's trouble is all about? Look at the word trouble, and what does the word trouble means? Okay? It's not a good thing. So if you have a particular period of time that's going to be known as Jacob's trouble, so-called blacks, okay, Native Americans, Latinos, and Hispanics going through problems here in Great Babylon, America in particular, okay, that means that there's not going to be a time of prosperity. That's why it doesn't say a time of prosperity. It says Jacob's trouble, a time, okay, or a period of time of trouble, of problems that the children of Israel have never experienced before in their life. Okay? that the children of Israel have never experienced before in their life. And you people are going to learn to fear the Lord. You will learn to fear the Lord. All of you proud people will learn to fear the Lord. Okay? Continuing, it says, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven should be shaken. Okay? Hey, when these elites are taking over their power positions, this is the reason why you see they have underground cities right now. Because as the problems take place on this earth that they're creating, okay? Whatever they said, and they said it in Latin, but they in English, it means order of chaos. You think they're going to be up here? You think Rothschild and Bilderbergs and the Rockefellers, you think that they're going to be up here in their mansions, the gods and stuff? No, they're going to be underground. We're talking like 2-3 miles underground in comfortable places, okay? And all the other people that knows about, it's kind of like think about the stock market. What they do, they have insiders. Since it's manipulated, okay, the insiders, they sell high. And by the time you, as a casual investor, okay, figure out that the stock is going to drop significantly, it's too late. Whatever gain you have gained is lost. And this happens every time they're about to bring out like a quarterly report. You see the stock start to bounce up leading up to that quarter report. But then as soon as that report comes out, whether they make money or not, the stock significantly drop. Because the insiders already are privy to the stock that they need to sell. Okay? They're given a timeline. Okay, this is the time when you need to go buy, and then you need to go and sell. So there are people who are going to be privy or know this is the time when you need to go underground in your underground bunker. Okay, because there's going to be some serious devastation that's going to be, okay, on the surface. You people are going to be on your damn own, man. Okay? It says, when these things, Salakia says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Let's stop there for a second. Jake, stop hanging your head down. This ain't no time for the Hebrew Israelite man, especially the elect or the hopefully elect man of Yasharallah, to be hanging your head down. Why in the hell would you hang your head down when our redemption is drawing near? We are seeing the uproars of the people. We are seeing starvation across this earth. We are seeing the talks and the rumors of war. Okay, we are seeing, okay, an unemployment rate in Great Babylon, America, unlike anything we've ever seen before. It's already come to light that indeed, okay, is indeed a scam website that takes your information. There's no job. Those are phantom jobs created by their AI. Okay? They take your information and just like how Facebook collects your information, okay, they look at your likes, your hobbies, you know, who your friends are, who you're associated with, everything that you put out there, you know, they build a profile of what kind of person you are. Now, with the men of the Lord, Esau does not need to build a profile of who we are. We stand up boldly on the highway and the byway, look these people in their eyes, and let them know that the Lord Yahweh Shema shall destroy your little simple wicked ass. You doggone Latinos, Native Americans, you so-called blacks, okay, and you Hispanics. We don't hide our face. You see my face is covered. Am I covering my face when I come out here? No. Do I speak like I'm whispering in a doggone camera? No, I stand up and I speak with a doggone loud voice. Letting our people know, okay, that the transgression that they've committed against Yahweh by Shema Shai is not going to go unpunished. And neither will the transgression of doggone Esau that he's committed against the children of Israel. Okay? We point out who the wicked are. We're not bashful that these kikes on this doggone poster that I have right here, okay? These people was behind all the slavery. These people behind them pouring gasoline on you doggone Latinos coming across the border, okay, here into El Paso. These are the same people okay, that are behind you getting put in those internment camps. But you are so stupid and weak. And I'm talking to you doggone man. If you get a freaking a pair of balls and a fucking little soft little dick between your leg, okay, biologically you're a doggone male. But what you are not is you're not a king and you're not a god, okay? And the Lord is not pleased with your little pathetic, weak, scared ass, man. The Lord did not raise up cowards to come out in the highway and the byway. He raised up lions, men that will speak like lions and let you know that you're doggone wicked. We're not here for your damn feelings, for your kids' feelings, for your dog's feelings. Okay? So here it is right now. We're in a time right now where things are about to change. Basically the changing of the God. A wicked kingdom that right now is going to experience the judgments of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who the word ignorantly called God and Jesus. Okay, let's go into some other scriptures here. Let's go into let's see what I can go into here. Let's go into, you know what, I actually want to go into Job for a second here, because, you know, one of the things that we're accused of is always like, you know, oh, y'all are so racist. Oh, y'all are looking for separation. You're damn right we're looking for separation. In the 60s when Jason was looking to get together with y'all, with you Edomites. You Edomites had a friggin' double label, say colored only, crackers only, or white only. Okay? Now that y'all are losing your jobs, you don't have a part to piss in, you can kind of look, you want us to sympathize with you and go, oh, gee, we understand what you're going through. We went through the same thing too. I don't give a flying fuck with you crackers, okay? And I don't give a fuck with you Jakes out there that join hands with them, or any of you other tribes out there, okay? All we care about, and we are here for the elect, those who are here, those who are for there. This is not for everybody, so we don't concern ourselves when you make mockery, when you don't stop by and inquire, okay, about what's taking place here. In fact, let me tell you who these people are that y'all worship so damn much, what they are and what they are not, okay? And let's find out right here. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, we're going to go into the book of Job. Job and what the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, call them. Okay, this is what they are right here. We don't make this things up. We don't make this things up. Okay. I don't know how you Jakes can equate yourself to these people. All right. So this is the book of Job 30, and let's talk about who y'all like to you know, basically walk hand in hand with here. Yeah, this is Job 30, starting verse 5. It says, they were driven from amongst men. They cried after them as after a thief. Okay? So now when you think of a thief, and you have thieves inside the village or the town, and you're driving them out, and you chasing them like as if they're a thief. Okay, which suits Esau really well, because Esau is a doggone thief. He's a rapist. He's a murderer. He's a sodomite. Okay, everything wicked. Okay, basically you can associate that with the so-called white man, because he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right. Is it me or I see the same car circling around? Anyways, whatever. It says to dwell in the cliffs of the valley, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Caveman. Okay, caveman. Okay, so they're thief. This is what the scriptures call them. They're thief and they're cavemen. How many times we gotta tell you that what you're looking at is basically a caveman, okay, in a suit? This should show you the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. If he can take a Neanderthal, okay, as they like to call it on their periodic table, Neanderthal or Cro-Magnon or whatever the case like that, but I think they would be likened unto the Neanderthal, okay? Really no speech pattern, unga bunga, okay, but have the ability to just, you know, figure out how to eat. Okay, chase creatures and kill them and eat them, whatever. Okay, but they're inept when it comes to, you know, being able to integrate into a society. Okay, so let's continue on here, and it says, among the bushes they braid, under the nettles they will gather together. So basically, their language is like braid, like a doggone donkey, man. These are the people that you were looking up to, man. I know. Hey, look, Jake. I know it's hard to think about it like that. You know, you go, man, they're scientists, and you know they get the collider, the proton collider, and they build nuclear stuff and all that stuff. Think about it. Their science and their technical advancement is like you putting down big block of Lego for like a 2-year-old to play with, and they're playing with it, and they're going ga ga ga, and they manage to connect one of them by accident, and then they're looking at you like, that's Esau. That's what Esau is. That's Esau's most advanced technology in comparison to the Mashiachs. Okay, to the Mashiach, to his heavenly host when he returns. All right, so to the average mortal, it might seem like something. It might seem like something to the average mortal. Yes, I am a king. Okay? Yes, I am a king for you women that are looking with smiles on your face. And it's men like me that you're going to look towards to want to take you in with all the other females that I would have, which will be many. And I might not choose you. All right? And for the looks of y'all in the car, y'all shouldn't have so much pride because y'all don't look that good. Y'all are fat, you get double chin. Okay? Seriously. You don't even qualify as my type. How much more so when I have choices of thousands or millions? All right? So keep your pride to yourself. Have your laugh. But when these coyotes come at you in packs, okay, them snakes crawl into your doggone hole in your house, bite your monkey ass, you deserve every bit of it. It says, they were children of fools. Yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Children of fools, base men. Book of Daniel goes into that, right? In fact, let's bring that out. Okay. Let's bring it out actually in the book of Daniel. Let's see where it is. Let's see if I can find it. Because it does mention about base men, and Job talks about it, but the book of Daniel actually goes into it too. And it said, Salakia here. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is Daniel 4:17. And I should keep this memorized. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of man. Now, it didn't say the base of man. It said the basis, meaning that all you other tribes are there. Essentially, you are all base men. You all are base, meaning you're beneath the children of Israel. Yes, there is a superior set of people on this earth, and those superior set of people on this earth are the people on the 12, on the tribe of Israel. This chart that we have up here, okay. The people on this chart are superior, whose seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, we are superior. The men of the Lord are superior to all men on this earth. We are superior. Yes, the children of Israel are superior all the other tribes, more superior than you Chinese, more superior than you Japanese, more superior than you Africans. Definitely far superior, okay, than the so-called white man. So right here, it's telling you that the basis of man, which is Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, okay, he is the most inferior of all men on this earth. The most inferior of all men on this earth. Okay, so if the Chinese or the Moabites were to be next in rulership, okay, they actually would be above Esau still. Okay, the Moabites are above Esau. Okay, even though they have that retarded look to them, that Down syndrome look to them, they're still above the Edomites. So for the rest of you tribes out there, you doggone Africans, you Chinese, Japanese, and Vietnamese and all that stuff, you men out there, if you ever come across this video, notice that you are absolutely superior. You are superior than the white man. It's written in the scripture. You're superior to them. The so-called white man is the basis, meaning that he is the lowest created man on this earth. He is the basis of man. Okay? So he is of the lowest, he's of the lowest stature of man on this earth. He does not deserve to be in rulership. Okay? Yes, he does not deserve to be in rulership. So this is why the Lord gave him rulership, because he would never have been able to actually achieve that rulership on his own. Without the help of the Lord, or without the Lord you want to put the basis of man in power, Esau would never have gotten out of those caves. He would still be in those caves right now. Okay, he would still be a Neanderthal. All right? So that's something that you need to know. So let's go and talk about the least of the flock should draw them out. So this is Jeremiah 50 and 45. It reads, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, that he had taken against Babylon, and his purposes against Babylon, great Babylon America." So see, that's all niggas can do right there. Just drive around thumping music in their head, being an annoyance, okay? And they think that they're tough. And you got something, we're bringing out every doggone week that you doggone men, you're gonna be like doggone bitches. You're gonna be like, you men are gonna be like doggone bitches, okay? Yeah, that's right. See, you know the thing about this ministry is when you stand up on the side of the road, everyone can see you. The Lord has it that you men are gonna be like bitches, he said, and his purpose is that he have proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock should draw them out. Surely should make their own habitation desolate with them. So there it is right there. Hey, my brother.
What's going on, bro?
How you doing there?
Good,
Shalom
man.
To you.
Come again?
Shalom means peace be to you.
Man.
So that'll be the word that you, when I see you and you see me, you go shalom, and that's peace be to you.
Okay.
Because we're brothers from the tribe of Israel.
Hey, they were telling me about a word. How do you? It's the word charity in Jewish language.
Charity?
Yeah.
I don't know it in Jewish.
Okay.
I don't know it in.
They're just telling me that this week. Man.
About charity.
Yeah. Well, no, but the word. It's a common word, like in the English language.
In the English language?
Excuse me.
It's a common word.
It starts like S, something like that. My son-in-law, he's walking over there.
Yeah.
He's the one that was talking to me about it.
Okay, so they probably in the Yiddish language they probably were saying it in the Yiddish because they speak Yiddish.
Well, he said he was in Chino, bro. And he got out and he lived in the streets for about.
Yeah.
And he said some guys would come at him if you see that Jewish church.
Yeah.
He'd go there and they said, tell him that word. And they said, Hebrew, Jews, or whatever, that was charity. That's what he said.
That's interesting. I'll look into that. Yeah. All right. So, Donald Trump. You mean how did you see how he attacked Iran? You know he attacked Iran.
don't even have a plan, bro.
Well, on top of that too is right now you don't have in an ancient time a king would lead the force. Okay, a king would lead the force. Now you've had the last 4 sitting presidents have not served a day in the military, and I've done lessons on Trump. The fact that he's failing all his businesses or failing all his business. How the hell you can make America great again, MAGA? But that's not working out. 2, this man he dodged the military for Vietnam. He dodged everything. So how do you and that was, I forgot what group it was that sung a song about they're not gonna fight in the Vietnam War. It came out during the late 1969 like that. I think it was either Creedence Clearwater or something like that saying they're not gonna fight some type of fight for the wealthy basically, or the rich. But here they are. Okay, you're the commander in chief, but you've never laced up the boots. You don't know what it's like to eat that shit. You don't know what it's like to roll up on the ground, sleep outside.
Just getting shot at, bro.
Or not like that. But you know, our people join. Okay, just like how you have an ICE. 35% of the Asians are Latinos and Hispanic, beating down someone that looks like them.
You know what?
And that is
fault in the Mexican race, bro.
that is
When I was a kid,
horrible.
there was a food stamp. So twice a year, they would take all the kids to go fishing. We found a lot of fish, and we would catch crawdads. Before we went, so we would use that as bait. And my grandfather saw with an old metal bucket, like those buckets, we put them in there, and we put a board on top. Hey, why are you putting the board on top of that bucket? My brother told me, Grandpa, it's so that they won't crawl out. And you know what my grandfather said? He said, those things are like Mexicans. If one of them starts to climb up, they're going to pull them down.
Hey.
Word, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? I get offended with Hispanics, bro. They're, like some disrespectfully people make the term a black man that kisses butt. Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mexicans are more Uncle Tom than Uncle
dude.
Tom was, bro.
Our whole tribe is like that. Everybody on this is an Uncle Tom, dude. It's like a complete Uncle Tom. Oh yeah. And this is what we go into.
Because those are the laboring and the fighting classes, and hey, it's a push and shove world.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing about this with that is the reason why they deal with that is this. If you tell them that they're a set of people that is the greatest set of people that was ever created, then they look at their situation and go, well, okay, well, why are we in this position? If you tell them that the God of the Bible is a dark-skinned man, who they call Jesus is a dark-skinned man, we are here suffering because of the wickedness and the things that we did. Pursuing the Deuteronomy 28. But it's now coming to the end. And pursuing the Deuteronomy 38 and 7, these curses are now going on these other tribes. When was the last time, and you're older than me, you remember the day. Did you ever remember any time y'all seen homeless so-called white people? Y'all remember seeing homeless white people? I've never seen it until this is a recent thing you're seeing.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. And you're seeing them crying on YouTube and on TikTok. They're jobless, they're homeless, they're losing their homes to foreclosure, all these things. But I think with our people is all about image. The people on this tribe here, they're about image. If I sit up here with a suit and a necktie, okay, and I had some tables, some cookies and stuff like that, everybody would stop. Because if I had a picture of Jesus in the front, people would go, oh yes, Jesus, like that.
And probably also give you money too.
Oh yeah, they'll be coming up here to give money and all that stuff. But because they know exactly when you come up here, this is a temple of order. Okay, this is talking about a set of people that have sinned against their power. Okay, they don't want to believe this. They don't believe that they're these people. No, I'm Mexican. Oh, I'm African American. Oh, I come from Africa. Then what nation? Tell me which country you came from in Africa. Africa has got just as much different republic as over here. Tell me where the hell we come from. I can't tell you. The African people don't like us. The African men, they look down on the so-called African American men because they know your history as a slave. They see how the white man beat your ass down and humble your ass, take your damn woman. You ain't got a pot to piss in. If you don't know how to dribble the ball or walk into a mic and talk shit, shoot at people that look like you and beat them down, call your women a bitch, call your brother a puto or a faggot or whatever the case like that, and serve the white man's need, who's the devil and the Bible speaks off like that, then they don't look at you like that. Because see, that's the only way you would make it.
You know what I appreciate about what you say, sir? Because you put it all in there. You put it on the real. Because you know what? To this day, bro, I've had two black women, bro. I have a black I was mentioned in love. And I was worried, man, but I know how people are. And sure enough, we would get some of that. But you know what, bro? I really like the fact that it's still here. You know, I told my woman, I said, you know what? In our lifetime, that racism bullshit has gotten better. Now, she got a full scholarship to Virginia, and she had a lot of problems with white people. And they didn't like to see a black person, a person of color, go up, man.
Oh yeah, especially if you're going into one of these schools. And I did a lesson the other day about that because the thing is, if you set your heart into this place, and this is not our place of rest, if you set your heart into this place, it is going to let you down.
Oh, it's going to chew you up and
it's going to chew you up and spit you out.
Remember this, my friend. Bad, that thing called bad, it always gets worse, bro.
Oh yeah,
unless you get on your knees and ask God's forgiveness and ask His help in your life. I've been there, bro.
Yeah.
It just gets worse.
It just gets worse and worse and worse.
When you don't think it can get worse, it does.
It does. and you know, right now, with those internment camps that they're building, El Paso has a couple of them, big ones, really big ones here in El Paso. They could be throwing everybody inside here. People like me out here preaching against these people. Because I hold this up to the Lord. I don't give a flying crap. Okay, because our job is basically the scripture, the scripture told us, basically to go there and preach in the open where people can see.
God's grace.
They'll mark. You know, I can tell you right now, there ain't a shred of fear inside me. Not even 1%. Not even a shred. Not even a shred of fear inside me out here. I stand right here on the side of the road right here.
As the time gets nearer, I'm gonna start coming hard.
Oh, we know that. We know that. We know that.
Telling the truth, bro.
We know that in the scriptures, and we know that some of us are going to be put to death. We know we're going to get thrown in those camps, as well as some of us are also going to be given spiritual powers, okay, to defend not only ourselves but to defend those who've been chosen by the Lord to be protected in these times. So we're not afraid of that either, okay? So we bring it out to these people here. Everybody on this chart is a sodomite. These are all sodomites right here, man. These are the people that had our people in slavery. Okay, these are the people that gives the order, okay, to go down in Mexico and kill. What they did with that guy last week, that cartel guy down there. So now you have a whole bunch of devastation going on down there.
Yeah, bro. The cartel is bad news, bro.
Huh?
Cartel is bad.
Well, guess what? You know those guys? You know who set them up? The CIA set them up.
I can believe that.
Okay? And the majority of the guys who are running the cartel, those guys who are the head honchos, those are not Mexicans.
No, they're bro.
But not only that, they're not even what you would think is a Latino. Those are doggone white men. Okay? That's why you have a lot of so-called Hispanics and Mexicans. They believe, if you go ask them what they reckon, out here in El Paso, 73% of Hispanic and Latinos identify as white. How the fuck you can identify as doggone white when your skin is brown and they throwing your doggone ass, they beating your ass down, get you working shit job and throwing you in a damn cage? You see them doing that to the doggone white? No. How the hell you? So our people are stupid like that, man.
Maximum 1/3 of the Senate.
Yes.
I mean, all the minorities, you serve a minimum 2/3, but they'll probably make you do the Senate.
Yeah, and that's how you can know who you really are. That's how you can know who you really are.
Yeah, but stay strong, bro.
Yes. Shalom to you, man. So, you know, hey.
Everything you said, all that racism in Texas and the prison system, that's why guys like me get out and we can't even get jobs. That's what I'm doing. I'm fortunate know personally, Vikings, they get out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They got a nice good job. Hey, you know with the Ukrainians, when they brought the Ukrainians and the South Africans, white South Africans over here,
They
you
put
know,
them in front of all the
the
immigrants.
nice hotels and stuff. Do you know what they're doing with doggone
They're sleeping on the streets.
on the streets?
Yeah.
And they're putting them inside doggone. Let me see if I get a picture of it.
Yeah, that pissed me off, bro.
Okay, this is how you know.
It was a couple of months after the war started, and the
This is
bridge
how you know.
downtown.
This is how you know who you are when you're at the bottom. But I actually had cages. Okay? In cages. They have the dogs. Like dogs, man. Okay, but in the meantime, when the white Africans over here, all the other people over here, they put them. Okay? So
They got money too.
and they give them money. This is why we tell our people, why are you celebrating Halloween? Why are you celebrating doggone Christmas? Why are you celebrating, okay, all of these stuff? Like I showed you in this picture right here, okay, this is in the 60s. Hit the nigga baby. This is a 3-year-old child here. They were put into a hole, and a grown-ass man would take a soccer ball, hard-ass soccer ball, and throw it 80 miles an hour to hit a so-called black baby's head there. And I'm supposed to stand up and feel sorry for your ass. This is what they did to our people. This is when you go down to South America. This is what they did to the what they call them the Aztecas. Okay, what they did down to the Mayans. Okay, what they did to them, wiped them out with diseases, all that stuff. They was doing all of this stuff.
Just look what they did with the Native American Indians, bro.
Wipe them out
Yeah,
with disease.
man.
Give them,
Poison them with
give
alcohol.
them blankets with smallpox on it.
Hey man, those
And that's-
Indians, bro, are in bad way, man. Number one.
Well, you know what? They don't
suicide.
tell the story. They don't tell the story about how. They don't tell the story. Even despite the fact that they came over here with guns and all that shit. Man, those Native Americans who are from the tribe of Gad, by the way, was skinning them and fucking their ass up, man. See, at the end of the doggone day, the white man is a passive, aggressive, friggin' coward. Okay, and that's why the Lord set up men like us. Okay, in this flesh. Okay, for now, we walk as mortals, but soon we're gonna be given our power, and then the world is going to believe. And then these guys, they're gonna stop, and they're gonna wonder, where's that little dude that was standing out here in the corner for the last couple of years, trying to get you to repent and come back in. When these tanks start rolling down the street, dead bodies pile up all over the place, they start burning these houses down. Okay, there's no food. Okay, how long you think the food is gonna last over there in Amazon? Okay, a day, if that. People gonna be stabbing each other, killing each other. Okay,
Hey, this was things that the famine was so bad that people were
oh yes. Oh, I can bring that. That's that. You can go. I can go to Lamentation. I brought it out last week right here. Okay, where they ate the children. Okay,
several times,
okay. This is
bro. That is bad, man.
and this is exactly what is going to actually happen right now. Okay. In fact, let me bring that out. Now that you mention that. Okay. Okay, so this is the book of Lamentations. Okay, and it talks about this, and this is during that time when we had like the siege of Jerusalem. Because we had a biblical Hebrew, like, so Jerusalem was, a capital, but Jerusalem is also a people before a place. It reads, their visage is blacker than the coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaved to their bones. It is withered. They become like a stick. So basically, this is talking about starvation. When you start to starve, you go, you're sucking like that. It goes, here it says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for they pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. The hands of the pitiful women are sorting their own children. They were the meats in the destruction of the daughter of my people. The women were taking the children. They were doing like rock, scissors, stones, almost like in the back in the day. And doggone taking the children and going, which moose kid we can eat today? Imagine that. That's coming back again. That is coming back again.
Oh, you know what? When you start with that, the first thing that goes is your eyes. That's the protein that drives your fat digest most easily.
They can eat anything nowadays. You know they was eating pigeon poop? We were eating pigeon poop. Pigeon poop. Imagine eating pigeon poop.
A lot of people ate pigeon.
Well, no. Yeah. Pigeon is one thing. But eating pigeon poop when you are that hungry. Okay? This is coming back here again. In fact, when you go into I'm going to bring it out in 2nd Ezra 15 that goes heavy into that 16. All right? Let me bring that out here because see, people don't understand the judgment that's going to be coming here to America, and they don't understand that. And it's our job is to come out here and to get our people to turn to the Lord, but they don't listen because they can still eat right now, and the white man feeds them, but they don't understand who the so-called white man is. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the same man that tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden. Okay, he's the same one that tempted who they call Jesus. Remember, he said, "Turn these stones into bread. Throw yourself off this cliff. These angels are going to catch you. I'll give you the whole kingdom of earth." But a man has to have the power for that. So there is the ethereal being Satan, who actually is in heaven. Okay, in the realm where the Most High is. And then there's his early manifestation.
Paul in the New Testament, he says that the believers, when the final kingdom comes, they see Satan, they're going to be like this, but that's it.
Yeah, you're talking. Okay, what you're talking about is where they go. Is this the man? Is this the man that made the earth tremble? Okay, let me bring it out for you before I bring out the other one.
That's not power, bro.
This is you talking about this. They're gonna be mocking the white. The white man in the Bible is who they're gonna be mocking. Okay, that's who they're gonna be mocking. Let me bring it out here. Let me bring it out, and I'm gonna bring it out to you. I love bringing out. I love. This is Isaiah. I love this one. So I'm gonna go up. I go up a couple of verses before I bring that out, because it's how we actually bring it out. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second here.
Take your time, bro.
Because it talks about that where they're making mock, where all the nations start making mockery. So let's go Isaiah. Let's start off for verse 13. So talk about the devil, and the devil is very powerful. Okay, which when you think about someone who's proud, who comes to mind? So-called white man. He's very proud. Okay. He's very proud. He's so proud he changed all the images of the Bible. It says, "For thou hast said in the heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of power," who they call God. That's his God. "I was also set upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell," which is a condition. hell is a condition. It's not really a lake of fire. It's a hell condition. So when you went to prison, that was you catching hell, a judgment on you. In this flesh right now, you're catching hell right now. We're not in our kingly position, man. Okay, where we supposed to be ruling over these peasants or these earthlings. Okay, here we are mortal. Here we are gods in this mortal body that can get sick and die. In fact, I'll bring out that scripture afterward, where who they call Jesus was telling his disciples, "You're gods, but you're going to die like men." Okay, you're gods, but you're going to die like men. It says, "Yet shall thou be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Is this?" They're going to be looking at these guys. They're going to go back to their true form, which is Neanderthals, singing Unga Bunga. That's why you see that commercial where they say, in Geico, it's so easy a caveman can do it. They make him more creative himself. I just came out of the script before you came up in the book of Job that talked about the fact that they were living in caves, okay, and had no language, and people were chasing them away. They smell so bad and they're so hairy, okay, because they don't like, they're nasty, okay. So they just came out of the cave out of the Georgia mountains, okay, or the Georgia mountains, them. Yeah.
Sometimes they're around, but you can smell.
Yeah, they don't beg.
They don't practice good hygiene.
Yeah, they don't, because see, these are the same ones who came out of the Caucasus Mountain. That's why they call themselves Caucasian. Okay, out there in Georgia, Russia. Okay, and in the 1300s, and this is where the Renaissance started. This is why they rekindled all the pictures. Putin came out 2 years ago and said, he opened the archives and he said, "I want the world to see who they call Jesus, what he really looks like." And guess what he looked like? A black man with afro. Okay? And he showed all the prophets. Now, we already knew that. Okay? But he brought it like that because Trump was putting a bunch of doggone embargoes on Russia, this messing up the economy. So it's like, okay, whatever. Because the Lord has these people fighting against each other. Okay? Those are Edomites over there too in Russia. But see, they can't get along, man. They can't get along because they're all vying for power. That's a caveman act. They're out of order. So it says, "That made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners." Who are the prisoners? The children of Israel. Okay? It says, "All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet." This man is going to be, when this kingdom is brought down, when the Mashiach returns to the word that we call Jesus. Okay, because there's several things that needs to take place first. You have what it's called the mark of the beast. Now, I bought this up here. Okay. These stuff are real. These robots they have here, this stuff is real. But they don't look like these. See, these look like joke. They make it look like toy. They get stuff that carries doggone ammunition on them, like automatic weapons, RPGs, all kinds of stuff. They're going to have those patrolling the streets. Those are going to be the ones that will be selling after us. You know why?
They have some of those in there, man.
Yeah, they got the real cyborg. That Terminator cyborg, those things are real. Okay? They have those. You know why they're going to have to do that? Because when you're in the military is not meant to oppress the people of America. It was not meant to do that. So you have humans that are taking orders. And they're going to look and go, "No, I'm not going to go kick the door down with these people." Okay? So if our brothers and sisters who are still serving in the military come to their senses and say, "No, hell no, I'm not going to go put my own people that look like me," because you may end up having to go put your own family in one of those doggone internment camps. So are you going to do it? You're going to put your cousins and watch them die. So they just came out with a $50 billion contract with the Navy to put incinerators in all of these internment camps. There's about five of these places out here in El Paso that can hold up to 10,000 people each. El Paso has about 700,000 people in there. The majority Hispanic and Latinos. Okay?
But you know what? A lot of those that are categorized as Hispanic and Latinos,
A lot of them are white.
a lot of them are black,
And also black too.
Yeah, from
Yes.
South America.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, well, a lot of them.
Yes. So you do have, and you also have a lot of blacks who are actually really white. Because if you go back to the seed line goes to the father. So it doesn't matter what your mother is. Okay? So you think about it, during the slave trade, okay, what they would do during the slave trade is they'll have all the men at the bottom of the ships, just like what you see here, packed like sardine. They'd have them like sardine like that. They'd have the children and the women on top. So what do you think was happening to those women? They were getting raped. So a lot of those women, they would actually, those voyages from Europe to America, the Americas, it's taking like around six months. Okay, 6 months. And they would bring them over. Now, when you are parked down here like that, when you cough, you're gonna spread all your sicknesses around like that. Most of us died on the way here. So they'll just throw your body overboard, right? This changed the pattern of how the sharks that was migrating because the sharks that was getting a supply of human meat. They had a taste for it. Okay? They had a taste for this. So a lot of these women, when they come over, but by the time our women got over here, they would push out kids, hybrid kids, which would basically look like a, light-skinned color baby. But guess what? At the end of the day, let's say if that was a boy, he couldn't marry a white woman. He would marry a slave, another slave woman. So guess what? And now the skin that their children comes out, they're going a little darker. Okay? Guess what? The son, he marries another so-called black woman. That child comes out darker. So generation goes by, and what you have is guys that look like what you would think is a Negro, in reality is a white man. His seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac,
Genetically,
Jacob. Exactly.
Yeah,
so you just look at it. Then that's why you see some of these guys are so inherently evil. Okay? Because the evil, you have the three children here. You have the sons and daughters of the righteous, which is the Hebrew Israelites right here. Okay? Of the Lord, of the Most High, the sons and daughters of the Most High. Okay, you have the children of men, which are the other tribes, and you have the children of the wicked, which are the Edomites, or the so-called white people. So there it is right there. A lot of time, okay, Lenny Kravitz, I put right here. You heard of Lenny Kravitz? He's a Jewish, he's an Edomite, he's a white man. Yep, he's a white man. So, you heard of, what's his name? He's a real famous guy in history. I may have a picture of him. Douglas. I thought I had him on here. He's real famous. He's a white boy. Okay. Tamika and there's a whole lot of them in Hollywood that are actually not. They look like black men. They're not. Okay. Then you have and that goes to the Latinos, so they look like Latino, can speak Spanish, everything like that, get the accent, all that stuff. White boys, man. White boys. Genetically, when you go genetically, use the word genetically, their seed line goes back to their great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather is a freaking doggone slave owner. Either Abraham Lincoln or one of them other guys out there.
You know what? Okay? I like that, bro. How you discern through studying scripture and stuff, that, because out here, we're ignorant. We want to say that's a black man.
Nope.
That's a white boy.
Nope, that's a white boy.
You can't go by the color of the skin, man.
You gotta go by the spirit. And guess what?
You know what?
I guess you do. Here's the other part too. You got a guy who comes up. He looks like a white boy. He looks like Tom Cruise or whatever case is like that. Guess where the seed line goes back? He goes, I'm from Ireland. His seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's a freaking white. He looks like a white boy. He's a freaking black boy. That's why you see some white guys. You see them like, why are they so down with you? He's like, why are you pretending? Why are you trying to be a black guy? Why are you trying? No, they are black.
You know what, man?
They're not pretending.
Right when you said that, bro, it registered to me, man.
Oh yeah, they're not pretending, man. That's what they are. That's why they can get along with you so much.
You have good communicative skills, but I have to believe that it's God working in your life. You're on it, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you have it, bro. You know what God's gonna put in your path? The people that have eyes and ears, man, to see and hear, like eternity. I hope I'm gonna pray for people not in a good way, man.
Yeah. Oh, willing.
All right, bro.
Okay, take care. All right. All right. Well, sometimes, the camp can go into that where you talk to a brother and, you get into those things to that. So I'm going to close down camp right now. I think that's about it. And it's always good, that you have, And, you know, you never know. He could be part of the elect, you know, Lord willing, like any of us, you know, and I hope he is. He's very humble in spirit, you know, and not everybody is going to get everything, you know, the same way, you know, and, you know, Spoon, you know, you give a little speed, but he seemed to be wise and counsel, you know, he seemed to be wise, unlike a lot of these products that are going Jason are walking around. They think they're too good to even stop by, and that's fine. May the Lord destroy their ass, okay? So, Lord willing, the elect was edified of by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Shalom.